Morning, this is Steve O'Hare from Signal Centre, and today is Tuesday, the 27th of April 2021. Today I'm presenting some technical analysis outlook on Bitcoin. Now, we took a look at this last week and we managed to pick up signs of a correction, and we can drill down into that today and talk about that a bit further. I'll start with a weekly chart, then drill down to shorter term frames to give an idea of levels to watch and formations that we're seeing. So I've taken a little look at basically the rally from the 9th of March 2020. So this was the pandemic really sort of in full flow on the first wave, and we saw the big sell-off to 3,800 in Bitcoin. Seems like a long time ago now, and obviously the move since then has been pretty astronomical. We're seeing over 52 bars over nearly a year, an uptick of 1,500%. So really the formation that we can see here is this impulsive wave higher. We normally get this in 3 waves. Higher and 2 waves lower. So the first wave impulsive up to wave 1, retracement to wave 2, up to wave 3, retracement to wave 4, and then the 5th wave. The third wave is normally not the shortest wave. So we're really looking for signs of an end of the 5th wave. Once we get this, we will get a correction, and this is normal in all types of markets. And the correction lower, which we'll try and predict where we see that going to. So if we take a look at the daily chart, we've also drawn some formations in here, triangle formations and wedge formations, and also I've added the volume to give an indication of what the volume looks like. It's a very good indicator from the technical analysis perspective. And also we got the MACD, which is a momentum indicator. So we saw this triangle formation with prices breaking up, and once you see a break of the downward trending resistance on the triangle formation, normally you'll see an impulsive wave move higher, which we did get. And then we saw a wedge formation, and this was a rising wedge where we saw prices moving higher, but in a quite controlled manner. And but this can a lot of the time be a sign that the market is coming to a top. Now also at the same time we're seeing these volumes drop off. You can see volumes dropping lower. You can see the momentum of the up move moving lower. So that's also an indication that a correction is due in order to bring these markets back to normality, if there can be any sort of normality in Bitcoin. So we finally got a break of this on the 18th of April, this wedge, and the correction lower has played out over the last week or so. To go down to the 4-hour chart, we'll get some levels really to watch coming up. We had this bearish flag which we highlighted last week. Again, another more short-term indicator that there is potential for further downside, and we saw that develop over last week. Prices have managed to find a bottom at 47,000, and we can see on the 4-hour chart this bullish hammer posted. Now that is a positive candle, and that has led to a decent sort of correction higher, although the Ichimoku cloud looks to be stifling this move higher. Let me just remove that cloud just to give it a little bit more, make it a little bit clearer. Momentum has been very strong over the past few days, as we've seen the correction higher from 47,000 to 54,722. So what levels should we be watching next? Well, for me, the real resistance level that I think will have any sort of power and will be an indicator of whether we're going to get another correction lower is 57,500, around about that level. We're only within 3,000 points of it, not very far at all in terms of Bitcoin prices. And then it would be a case of whether we hold this resistance or not, If we manage to hold the resistance, then we could easily drift back towards the 47,000 and retest that. The normal correction after an impulsive 5-wave move higher is a 3-wave correction. So we'll get 1 wave correction, 2 waves lower. Longer term prices we'll be looking at is a move to below the 40,000 level, but that's a little bit of a way off, and the support in between at 43,000. So there's some levels to watch. A break of the 57,500, and that opens up another attack on the all-time highs at 65,000. Thanks for joining me this week. Hope it's been informative, and look forward to seeing you next week.